Rating. HE on Jax, couple of flashbangs, smoke and double flashes for Nexa here. No P250s in the mix on the T side and over towards the B bomb site. Looks like they're heading. It's going to be a three-man lean out early from G2. Kyobi towards B. We've got Cold ready to pick middle right now with Brokey, and they've just scanned. Nobody home. Even Olafmeister close. So they're ready to play in rotation here, Faze. Heavy lean towards B. If there's any...
They seem ready for this.
Yeah, they've got flashes over the top. So Olaf's going to lob flashes above the head.
This is going to be so spicy if he gets the timing right. Surely Kyobi thinking about it, looking good. Bam! Hunter down to half. He's got a flash and a smoke as well. Drops all that util, segregates, and this is a big fight for Hunter. He could get them both. He adjusts, but coldzera's found it. We do still find an even keel 4v4, but they're in the site. This is about to be a brawl. That smoke's about to fade. coldzera lingers within it. Good shots from niko here. He wants the head of Olaf, and he's got it. Another, this time Rain into the site. If he gets niko, he's got a chance, and he has whittled them down. He runs out of ammo. Jax 20 HP, and he gets it on the reload. Jax couldn't find the head. Rain with the triple kill, and Faze will arrive with a pistol round. Let's see this one again. 1, 2. What's Jax is running up the tunnels here. Starts taking shots. Rain adjusts. Look at the wiggle of survival. Chad.
Oof. That's a way to kick it off right here. You can see Brokey's going to get fired up.
They're so energized. I'm ready.
There's a lot in this one, ladies and gentlemen. Strap yourself in.
Humans and their pride. We're such suckers.
That right there, G2 have actually done quite a few leans in the games that we've covered here towards B on their pistol rounds, or at least an indication of that. So Faze were ready to play in transition, and they've even knocked them down to just a light pistol buy. Doesn't look like we will be seeing the Force. Just that deagle on niko is the real scary object. We saw some of the Force buys out of G2 not too long ago.
Okay, so he's taking his deagle down mid. Going to be doing a sweep. Now, something we saw work really well against this is just the passive nature of the CTs. You don't have to give them anything, even though it's tempting. That absence of knowledge, coldzera will hold fast, excuse me.
Now, they love to take these slow G2, but they've done so many different plays through Cat, and we've seen them win Force buys from this exact position. They'll flash, they'll go, they'll get that deagle out towards Gandalf or Quad with that space and hope that he can crack open a head or two. The run boost will help.
A flash and a run boost, quite a potent mix, and yeah, missed shot from Brokey. Rain, though, is honed in today. He's popped off on DUST2 many an occasion, holding the record for the most frags in a single half on this map. Just Kenny, not expecting it. So Kyobi collects a nice clean 600. Rain with another triple kill. I think he's on for, is that 6 now? Yep, 6, 2 triple kills off the starting mark. Let's see that, look at that, just dealing with the run boost D, and then the run booster.
It's just the fact that we've seen DUST2 and Mirage as the opening 2 maps. I feel that this will favor Faze. This is a team that has been scrapped together because niko left for G2, right? You heard from Olaf just there. He got the call up. He said, hey, do you want to come play? And he said, yeah, I'll always help the boys out. Well, they're playing right now just with a couple of weeks under their belt.
Yeah, but I do think that energy of like, we're not supposed to be here, boys. You know, let just pull up our socks and we'll get it done.
Well, they've gone...
So far, so good.
Yeah, the fact that they took down Vitality in such a fashion, I think that speaks wonders to what, you know, a little bit of reduced pressure does for a team.
I mean, yeah. Just the impossible to meet expectations that we often set ourselves. And now they're kind of relinquished from themselves. They don't have to fear those. The nade again finds Hunter. He's down to 71. A bonus round of sorts, so there is a distinct advantage to G2 financially here and equipmentally. Equipmentally, that's a new word I've been working on for a while.
Well, they've given them cat control, right? And this is one of the bigger issues. If FaZe are able to stop this, shut this down with these weapons right here, they've done a great job. But G2 love these cat executes. They do the avant-garde smokes. They're just going to drop one towards CT, one on the elevator box. There'll be a bridge smoke in the mix as well.
I don't fancy Brokey's chances with just a scout. Rain might have to be a hero for a 3rd round in a row, and he's got the right angle. Jax has found him, though, on the hunt. That's a big one on the prowl. Brokey's only got a scout, would need a headshot. Jax, hello. He's also got his own dialogue. There's a story within the story here, and the subplot is Jax trying to prove that he has more to provide than that of Amanek, a competition within the team itself. Looking to do better than a stomp versus Astralis at Blast with the Amanek flag flying. Nexa on the hunt. He wants to take everything he can away from this bonus, force the rebuys, make it hurt. Kyobi holding his tunnels push, Cold tucked in. They are flashing for info short as well. There's a chance coldzera will hear this and he will be able to prepare for the potential. Does he wallbang him? Does he get a sound cue or do they let this slide? niko's found him. That could be the AK upgrade, but he heard another. And Cold has actually managed to find not only 2 kills. Oh no, Nexa's getting a bit sketched out now. Finally, Kenny takes the weapon away from Cold, but Kyobi tucked in. and safely maintains only the MP9.
All right, well, they will be able to buy back in here, Faze. You mentioned the bonus round. I think Kjørbye will probably have to drop that MP9 across towards Olof so he can upgrade.
That was the frag, though.
A big shot. And look, we can see how quickly Faze have done their homework. The pistol round, they were prepared. Oh, my God.
Didn't even stop.
Jesus.
I didn't even see a counter strafe.
That was a massive shot there from Jax. Now, I want to see how aggressive they are to dealing with these cap plays. G2, they only started to do long rushes towards the tail end of their DUST2 games. They were always doing cap plays, mid to Bs, and fast stuff like this. So barreling down middle, they're going to lead the way with the bomb.
Brokey, what do you fancy here? He's got Rain alongside. They want to punish this. Oh, Rain, nobody's expecting this. His timing could be perfect. He hears the pin pulled on Kenny. Punishing for one. Doesn't want to overcook it. Nyx is there, and look at the positioning from coldzera. Faze with a real point to prove, but as does Nyx. I can't adjust for the double, and it's already over. Faze maintain 4, recover 3 AK-47s, and take that round. In the blink of an eye, that one fell flat.
Yeah, well, they bounced back immediately with cat control, and Faze now, they've taken control of the pace of the game. G2 have to opt in here with either just a light pistol upgrade or an all-in forced by a niko into the Deagle Kevlar, Hunter going into the Tech 9. It will just be one of these partial investments. They don't have great long spawns. niko has the best, the next along the line, who might be able to just chip on in. They'll be looking for an opening here, trying to use this like an AWP. niko has a couple on the other side to deal with. Molly missed, so gets away with a second pick here. Deeper nade pushes him back off the line. He'll reconsider that. So long pressure and short control within the early stages from G2. The flash again for Kenny. They could try the same play, just team out Cat, see if these Deagles can light up any heads in the same way Jax did with that AK, and get that bomb down. Very standard setup from Faze within the early stages here. coldzera's already starting to cheat over towards A. That puts a lot of pressure on Kjørbye on B, but nobody's even looking towards that side of the map. No, I'm sorry. It's locked in.
Well, I mean, we're only 4 rounds in.
I'm sorry.
I could change it. I think legally we'll have to look at the rulebook, don't we? niko with his deagle, looking for a head, and it will be Brokey to challenge. Oh, there's even a flash bong. And Brokey ate it, so niko gets a chance, but it's all good in the hood. The CTs live to fight another day. Rain taps another. This is just a mop-up. Lovely stuff. The cleaning crew are there. Brokey and Rain with the mop in the bucket. 5 frags for them, and they'll take all of those AKs and goodies into the next. They are starting to build a bank, Chad.
All right.
Looking so smug. It's only 5 rounds in.
This is the thing, right? G2 obviously have so much explosive potential, but they need to make sure they can get their patterns established early. Faze have done a great job of already ruining that.
That short push from Rain was such a perfectly calculated move. They charged down mid, and that was like supposed to be a full round of Counter-Strike. Instead, it just felt like it was Phases from the start. Rain made that happen.
Lots of 4-man A-lanes early from Faze as well.
10-1.
They really do not want to lose long in any of these early stages. They don't have an AWP to defend with right now, so the late round here is going to get dicey because Kenny's been able to pick up the big green. Hunter's already taken mid control, so they're realizing at this juncture of the game they can get mid and Xbox quite quickly.
Okay, nice. So they'll boost Kjørbye up. There is a vulnerability for the A-take now. Brokey's not filling that gap, but he will... Oh, they're coming middle. This works, and Rain's still hitting bangers.
Bait him into
and he's baited him in, exactly. Kjørbye should get 2 here. He's got a really good chance. Spray is a bit shaky, but of course it is with Kjørbye. Gets 2, mollies the bomb, it's perfect. Faze denied the retrieval of the bomb. Kenny actually scoops it up in the flames. Jax has B. They can win this. There's a smoke on Kenny S. The afterplant will be an intriguing one. The retake interesting too. Lots of util, 2 smokes. I wonder how coordinated Faze will be, given their absence of practice time. Kenny wants to find 1 off the flash. Brave, he gets it. Kjørbye now equalizing into a 2v2. Things get a bit spicier as he re-peaks. Kenny's timing is flawless, and so are the shots. That's 3. What a turnaround from the French and international squad. They needed that. And so round 6 is G2's.
Yeah, that was integral right there. If they didn't go for that type of a pick, they would have been whittled down by this utility. I was already working it out in my mind. A smoke towards tunnels, mold towards back of plat, maybe even more nades over towards car. They had everything they needed for that phase, but just outpicked as Kenny off to a big one. And that's an important round for him to be finding some impact. 4-2 scoreline now. We'll be buying back in. Hunter down to an SMG and double orbs. Immediate response here from Faze. Brokey onto a big green. Same for coldzera.
Ooh, the flash. Tight line from Brokey was successful in evading any sort of...
Oh, Kenny's down.
Flashbang. Yeah, I didn't see where that went. And looking at the minimap now, you can see caught top mid. Olof's under pressure. Haven't seen him frag yet. Could be good to see his name in the feed here as he gets tested on long. Support from Rain. Brokey with a flashbang. This will be the fight. They want to fight. They want to contest. The smoke slows them down. They're swinging on Olof. Supporting Rain. Could be the double. Fantastic from the Norwegian. They lose Olof in the process. He can back away, though. They've done the damage. There is Hunter on the one-way.
Oh, he's got it.
He should have it. Does he? He doesn't see it. Rain's sneaking. He used the wall to hide it, but I think the tip of the head surely visible. Yeah, Hunter's got him booked, but traded. And only niko now at a 1v3. He's got loads of time. But kjaerbye's locking the door behind him. He cannot leave long, and there's an Orba holding his advance. I don't fancy his chances here, Chadney.
Has a smoke to work with, that's about it. So I'd have to try and isolate this duel onto Brokey, but as soon as there's pressure, kjaerbye's
Give me that one
flank.
tap, bro. Give me that one tap. kjaerbye, yeah, but he does have the M4 for the flank. He knows it's a potential, and that was his check. No one spotted. 30 seconds, he advances, hoping to find a little inquisitive Brokey, and still nothing shows. Great toggle on the X-ray. He's close. niko still, assumes it's clear. That is the power of just hiding your position, striking when the time is right. 5 found for Faze. And let's see that again, because Rain was a big part of that. He just finds the off angle on the T smoke.
Rain's got a really difficult job towards A. He's the swingman, right? So he's going to be playing between CT, helping Brokey towards Cat when he needs it. Maybe you'll see him hiding Goose. He also needs to make sure he's there constantly supporting Olof, either within the early stages of the round or the late. And he knows that he's actually punched them down towards the pistols. He's invested into an MP9. This is where Rain can get aggressive and take some fights. The double ops in middle. Xbox smoke's about to land, and Brokey's even forced out to look towards lower dark.
Like the molly from Cold kind of guarantees the cat push won't be going down. Even the nade chipping away as they wait at the very top of middle. Large gathering, niko controlling the tunnel's push as best he can with what little he has. It is just Deagle, smoke, and a flash. Maybe he can try and sell B. That would be his intention. He's lining up a smoke for the potential of it as they gather short.
Oh, great nade. Look at that. Right between 3 of them. Huge damage for Hunter Nexa. Jack's taking a little bit as well. And well, they don't have any of this utility. You're right. niko has it towards tunnels, so he's going to try and lock the 2 players towards B. Smoke and Flash are going to do the job. A kill would be even better.
Brokey doesn't miss.
He's playing retake here. They're going to let up the plant go down.
Good reaction.
Are they?
Yeah, Rain's actually caught another, and he's managing to use the MP9's mobility to actually punish these pistols. Great timing.
Look how clean this is.
Yeah, it's flawless until niko arrives in the feed. He's got his Desert Eagle and found the rotating kjaerbye. Doesn't have the bomb, has 45 seconds and plans to just try and find more damage. He knows Cold was AWPing on the B tons. Maybe he could catch him unawares. Scavenge away something. It won't be the round, but it could be more than just the Desert Eagle. Cold's holding the tunnels. It would not be any fight that favors him. There we go. 6 found for Faze Clan. It's so clean, Chad. You keep observing just how many people are left alive for the CT side so far in their successful rounds.
Yeah, there's only been a couple that have... The pistol round was close, right? The pistol round was a close affair, obviously, down to that Rain clutch. But all in all, we're seeing Faze looking... Like, they're not over-peaking. They're not taking any unnecessary risks. Their aim is looking very, very crispy, which is dangerous for G2. And they're forced into taking a timeout here. Kenny still has to operate with only an AK-47. They don't have enough money to get him the AWP, and he's a huge reason as to why they even have 2 rounds on the board. Kenny with the triple kill from window, set up by Jax with those flashes. That's what was possible. Kenny wouldn't be able to go for those same type of jewels with an AK. You can see here the scores on the doors. Rain with 15 kills. Now, sure, a bunch of them have been eco bashers, but if Rain takes off, he's one of these type of players, right, who... Look, he hasn't been operating necessarily at his highest of his game at all times, but that's because he's been dealing with stars in his team, like the nikos, like the coldzeras. Now, we've heard from Olof, there's more room, and he's operating with that. He is playing an integral role right now, being the rotator.
Yeah, so Rain's record in the 1/2, he was up against Liquid. This was a year ago. And he got 26 for 4 in one CT half.
All right, let's see.
So here he is, CT once again, 15 and 3. He's maybe not going to beat himself, but he's certainly going to get damn close. 15, if he can keep running with this momentum. He's given him another world-beating performance. He just sends niko to the Shadow Realm. My microphone sounds kooky as hell, but I hope you can hear me. They're gathering tunnels. coldzera is holding it and should have a chance for at least one. Pulls the trigger, misses it. Can he punish? Now they have B. B has been successful for them in the past, and I think CTs may have to play the percentages here. The 2 casualties were so quick.
And they're getting an ult for Kenny now as well, so weren't able to upgrade it into themselves. They'll be picking that up, and they get a free round. So this is 2 rounds that they've been able to finish on the B bomb site with success. You can see just through T-spawn, all of the remaining Faze Clan members, Brokey towards top. Cat, Rain, and Olof going to lock them in here. Just want to make sure they can hold on to these guns because they haven't been able to build a crazy bank just yet. You can see coldzera and Kirby operating with both under 2K. They will require drops from Rain and Olof. So these guns are very important to hold on to, and any damage they can do like that. Rain is looking so crispy today. It's always a tap, and he may even finish off Kenny. They're locked in towards tunnels now. They want to keep fighting this. Hunter's looking like he wants to have a bit of a crack at it. The smoke, that's going to get him towards lower dark. And they can just stay here and survive. So G2 with their third round scoreline now 6-3. Only a lick of damage there from the bomb.
We go again. They're so spread out, though. We haven't seen them string together any round. This was Rain again punishing niko's mid Xbox default. That's the shot that got them into the site. And Rain just finding his 17th. To remind you that the record was 26 he set in a single CT half. See if he can keep running on that. Oh no, niko has had the long spawn. And they were going to try and shoot it to him. They've scuffed it. Kenny does catch a glimpse of cold.
I wonder how much, B hits we're going to see in this game, because if G2 are only able to find success by exploiting that side of the map, then you need to see Faze starting to go for more of these 2-1-2 scenarios. Right now, they're still heavily playing 3 players over towards the A bomb site. Olof still yet to frag towards long. Hasn't really been tested that often because they've been fortifying him with the 4-man leans, and now G2 are just going through the standard of their default. They do this run boost towards Cat, make sure they can get control of this, and they have all the utility they want to set up one of these executes. This time, Rain's not forward of it. Brokey's unable to fight. Do they play retake? Do they fight? They have a bunch of utility to dump as well here, Faze. Brokey with a molly. Rain's only operating with that flash.
I swear he holds different angles when he gets the AK. Like, he knows that one-tap potential, the one-shot headshot, he can hold that much more confidently in transition from CT to that CT ramp. Elevator angle works for him, especially when he's got Brokey in tow. They're gathering short again. So if the smokes start coming out, it looks like they're positioning for a mid-smoke. Nexa tripping over his own shoelaces. Olof suggesting and implying they could have been punished long. Good timing on the incendiary. It's actually surged Jax forwards. He's gone through the flames.
That's the bomb. It's committed.
It's a full commitment. Trying to drop CT as well. No one's gone down. Jackson and Gandalf. A shot has been hit by Rain. He doesn't go down, though, through the box. Brokey still yet to be tested on Goose. They're pushing. Anything. Brokey provides the first. They're already on the site. This is getting awkward now. 20 seconds. They haven't been able to break through. niko finds them the crucial frag. Can Jax start punching in the digits? Rain cannot deny it. He's getting Molotov'd out of position. Desperately jiggling. Nexa finds another. G2 but finding the frags necessary. It's only Olof. He's already found 2. He's been dead silent. These are the only frags he's managed to post. He'd need another 2. He's already paranoid about long. One short, one sight, though, for Olof to deal with. Has the kit, has time to play with. He knows the potential. And it's Nexa that's patrolling for this ramp fight. Spots him. Olof has the info. Baits the shot onto niko. Go on, Olof Meister. First 4-0 1v4. I expect nothing less from a legend such as yourself. Time is short. Nexa's playing the time. Olof confirms it must be Gandalf, surely. Must be. Oh, couldn't quite piece it together. A lovely attempt. But that will be G2 weathering the storm of Faze Clan and actually breaking them a little bit here as well.
Yeah, they got really janky on Aegis there. They got stalled out towards that quad box, not really able to pass. And then as soon as niko kills Brokey, then the floodgates opened. You can see here that Olof had to stay committed to long because most teams aren't operating with all 5 coming through the cap position. G2 have a tendency to do that. And now this is where the patterns can really begin from G2. We're going to see them get that short control again. If Faze keep allowing it, they'll do a strat where they drop Jax into spawn. They do a mid to B split off the back of that. We'll do some where they're dropping players into spawn and then attacking the AWPer who'll be at mid-long. Probably more likely to play some retake scenarios right now. But in round number 11, it's just down to these pistols. Boosted up is Rain. Deagle shot sounds, no damage done. And this will just continue, the standard default here. G2 just taking their time, crossing their T's, dotting their I's, making sure that these pistols aren't close, aren't in their face, because we've seen them get unraveled before. Remember, Carrigan just the other day, biffing through the mid doors, had CZ75 in hand, making things really janky.
It takes one P250 with some stupid wide swing, and then a Deagle hits a headshot. Suddenly things are awkward. You pause enough for them to retrieve weapons.
Oh, Rain doesn't know he's close.
Yeah, he's been spotted out. Nice frag from Hunter. That's going to really open up the floodgates now because they can take space. And look how punishing this is. There's no one there. They can swing up short, gathering all of this untracked space and territory. CTs gather. They'll just have to use their numbers, try and overwhelm Jax.
Yeah, kill would be better than nothing right here, but Jax is looking good. Grabs one. Gets stinked up, so they've done a bunch of damage. Olof finds one. Brokey's found one, and they've even found a third.
Oh, okay. Shouldn't be more, right? They've both picked up a rifle and a smoke.
With 2,900 loss bonus in the next round, they could go for this, but it looks like they are playing the percentages right here, making sure they have a full buy. They'll be able to get all the nades up, and this means maybe in future gun rounds where they feel like they have a better shot, they'll be able to invest in some cheeky...
Yeah, you take those, though. Olof's double dig.
But he's alive now. We've got him in the server, so in 2 rounds, he's been able to pick himself up 6 kills. They're going to need this because Rain already up to 17. He's done a huge job to this point, but everybody else has to contribute. And Brokey needs to be one of the keys here.
Yeah.
Being that AWPer over towards A, when those cat executes come in, he needs to be finding one. He needs to be slowing them down. Have enough money to buy everything they want on the Faze Clan. Buy. You can see Brokey into the AWP as an AK dropped. coldzera has an M4 now. Wonder if Kirby goes into the AUG. It's something that he has been operating with in recent times. There it is. So that's going to make his life on the B bomb side a little bit easier. Diffuse kits are plenty. Utility looking good. Everybody has everything they need. And away we go. G2 to round number 12 once again with the standard spread. Flashes towards long. Jax might go for a pick here. And he's cancelled it. So just walking on in, seeing what sound cues are heard. They might go for a pounce off of this. There's been no Molotov thrown. When this drops, they might extinguish and go. Yeah, here it is.
Oh, baby. Brokey's got to back up. They're taking space, a lot of it. And doing so relatively quickly. That smoke enables them to practically call the pit clear. And now set up for a molly onto Brokey's position. He may have to smoke it. Oh, he's happy with leaving it for now. Maybe he can punish them. Can he set up in pit? Hunter's already pushed up to log the rotate in. Lurking middle. Oh, I like Brokey's chances. On the first, catches niko slipping. Drops himself a flash for an evasive maneuver out. I don't know if he fancies it. Chances, he's going for it. He's going for it. Kenny's job to punish this. Brokey's still floating. He's kept them at bay. It's getting awkward unless Hunter can be somehow activated. He's already got a lot of attention on him from Olof and Rain. This is a great floating setup from the CTs, and Cold comes from behind. Brokey has caused such strife. Finally, he goes down, takes one with him. Oh dear, G2, they've had to pay such a heavy price just to cross the river Styx. Jackson Kenny, they've lost 3 teammates just to get this much territory. And with 35 seconds, their chances dwindle. Olof has the cross. Rain's taken down his compadre. Flash, hunted. Olof Meister find another. He has been awoken in these last few rounds. Every single one, he comes back with at least a single scalp.
They've even been able to get the AWP across to Brokey here, so clean round. 7 on the board now for Faze.
What's happened to G2's money? It's kooky. 4.7 for Kenny, then nearly a double eco 1,700 on one side.
Yeah, well, remember that Deagle round we just had with the 2 saved AKs. They killed 3 people, right? So the reinvestment had to come through from G2, and at this stage, even with 5 on the board, they will have to opt just into these pistols, and that's where Faze have been able to keep these rounds clean. So they're looking good for 8 right now, Faze. If they can string a couple more together towards the tail end of this half, they might be looking good on DUST2. Remember, this is the pick of G2. They picked this map. They decided to take it to one of the brawliest in the pool.
I imagine Faze were probably not too dissatisfied when they saw they got Mirage and DUST2 to duke it out on.
Yeah, they're just going to find such comfort on a map like Mirage as well. It's one where we talk about the mid-rounds, all of these players being so potent, and just with these pistols, coldzera will have to receive 3, maybe 4. And look at that, caught sleeping. Kenny not even worried about the mid to B. He goes down, Jax will follow, bit of stat padding, and maybe another clean anti-Yuko from Faze Clan. We don't usually talk about these at any form of Counter-Strike.
Great Molotov, nearly took Hunter down, 6 HP.
I wonder if G2 now in the next gun round start taking a couple more risks, do those barrel down mid to Bs where they take a lot of room, try and use their smokes against them, maybe try and all in towards long. We haven't seen that off the bat. We've seen obviously the smoke and the pounce. That's where it all went wrong in the previous. But Faze don't look flustered. They see the execute coming in. Brokey especially. Think about how much time he stalled out just towards car. They're doing a great job. Yeah. And this isn't a position that Brokey has been playing the entire year until niko left. He has only been playing mid-long and plucking him out of the air like this for a handful of maps.
Yeah, but that's also part and parcel of why there feels like there's no pressure, because it's like, let's do A, I guess. I mean, you know, it's all new, it's all exciting. You can see concentration stations. I see a fresh mouse pad on the bed. He's ready to swap it out on the half. coldzera's come prepared today. Sipping his Pepsi. Let's get this one started. $0 goose eggs. They've put it all in the center of the table as G2 look to strive for an 8-7 half. A different call then. Nexa, what are you planning? What are you cooking? Kenny being set up for a long peek and nobody home. Olof given a passive hold at this point. And he confirms the AWP there. Just a $200 grenade gives him the information safely. And that even enables Brokey to set himself up to hold.
This is such a weird pace to this one. It's not the standard default. They already have room towards long, so they're operating with new information here, but re-aggressing Faze. This is risky business.
This is very risky. You know the AWP was holding the line. I assume it will be naded, flashed. Brokey's just setting it up. Is it Rain? Yeah, Rain's holding it. Do they want Olaf to look for info?
They want to catch them in limbo, right? If they push out and they're halfway between blue bin and the corner and a flash comes over, that is picture perfect for Faze.
So now the flash? You're waiting for the sound cues, perhaps. Brokey's holding the tight line.
Well, they're going to double up car.
Oh, they saw him. Oh, he sees two. Kenny gets so much info there. I'm a bit concerned about his livelihood, though. He's down to 50. A big swing. Hunter controls the Galil well enough. That's a huge frag. He's knocked Brokey off the car. We know how destabilizing Brokey's presence was prior. Rain's on the site. Crossing back. Pressure now being applied. niko, spearhead of the assault. The pointy end of the spear. Gonna boost. This could be punishing niko. Are you ready for it? It seems he is, but Colt's adjusted. Great shot through the smoke. Nexa punishing the boost, but Rain hitting shots.
Flank as well.
It's only Kenny. Kjærby's punishing, and they get it. A clean 9 for Faze Clan. Coming down to Rain again with a triple kill. 22. He's heading towards the 26. He just has to get an ace
in the last round
to do better than he did last time. That's all.
All right, Rain. Well, you've had a great half.
Set the record.
You want to run up middle here and look for an ace.
I need 27.
Well, this is the all-in from G2. They're operating with very little here, and you can see that reflected in the buy. Mac 10 for Jax. We've got Tech 9s on Kenny and Hunter. Of course, Deagle for niko, and the same for Nexa. Their utility is good, but they're running out of options. Their cat executor's been stifled. Their A long takes no good. The only thing that's worked for them are B hits, really.
And Brokey, hasn't hit
the
his
legs.
shot. Yeah, just between the wickets. If he hits Kenny, that's bomb, and the majority of that util on Kenny has gone down the drain. He hasn't used any of it, but he gets across.
I think in a round like this, where you're operating with these Tech 9s, Jax onto a Mac 10, having one of these cat executes where you drop him into spawn and then go for a mid to B would be a good option. But with 1 minute and 15 left on the clock and this aggressive play from Rain, they might be held at bay. Rain's cleared it, and that's caused a rotation. I think they're hedging B right now. Rain's heavy rotating towards CT. That leaves a lot of pressure on Brokey. coldzera's already fortified towards the backer platform with that AWP. Very slow stuff from G2 here. No indication so far. The bomb is on Cat.
They're actually smoking all the way back from Hunter's position.
Mid to B. It's the right call from Rain.
He's actually in the right spot at the right time. He took that cue so quickly. And now Cold's perfectly positioned for it. They'll bait him in. Hunter's going to swing. He wasn't ready. Rain hits the shot, and this one is going tumbling down. It's only Kenny S. And he'll be met by Brokey. That fancies his chances. And of course, battle for information that could be won through deception. Does he push for the info and confirm Cold's angle? Oh, he actually took the pot shot. Cold knew he had a shot there. Doesn't quite connect it, so niko lives to tell the tale. They gather, though. Many of them. Towards short. Utils on Cold. What can he provide from long with that?
Well, the fact that they've gotten short for free is a huge step in the right direction. G2 won't know when this hit is coming. niko clearing off towards long again, sees nobody home, but cannot guarantee that because of Cold's presence earlier. Now he's actually searching. Cold's regrouping. It looks like they might be setting up for a mid to B here. They haven't seen anybody short. They know that there was long presence, and niko's still pushing.
Oh, he's going for a punish. Nexa's going to join him, or surely no. As he turns the corner, Nexa pivots.
Olaf needs to turn around. Needs to turn around now.
That's the bomb. Chance for niko. Oh. 2 and 2 clean taps takes them into a very dire downward spiral. Cold dinks him, finished off by Rain. Maybe they can stabilize. Was it too greedy? Did he overcook the stew? Good damage. Kenny's going to get hunted, and Rain's hit another banger. 26 now. Brokey tucked in to punish the rotate. Jackson Hunter surely ready for this. I think he spotted him. You know, but the shots are hit. Faze are turning this around despite the brilliant heroics from niko. Oh! Brokey, it's a banger. It's all onto Nexa, and Cold's finished the job. Faze will take 11. I thought G2 had done enough. The bomb was loose. A double tap. Oh, Rain finds 2 with the P250. You definitely put the right pistol in the right hands.
How the hell did Brokey even get there? What was the overlap? Did he just walk out mid to B straight into CT spawn? While all this chaos was happening with the niko push, it allowed a little bit of a door. Brokey's actually dropped in from A. So during that push, there was only Kenny on the site. Brokey gets into spawn, completely deals with the rotations, and now G2 have no option. They have to force buy.
Oh, this
Kenny
could
has
be
the scout.
brutal. This is G2's pick. Losing that pistol is really going to test them here. Oh, no. Okay, the call has been made. Do what you can with what you can buy. It's just Deagles, CZ, single kit. Jack's responsible for that. He's on B. Bombs dropped deep towards the tunnels, and he finds the same fight at niko. Punishing Cold for returning to that long hold. Oh, you can surely work it out. Hunter, no, under the smoke. Rain catches him.
Headed him into that there. So the sound cue working against Hunter is Rain has 27 frags in 17 rounds of Counter-Strike.
Yeah, he's really actually kind of close to the rate. It was 26 and 4 right on the half. He's really not far off in the KD. He went 24 and 1 at one point in that game, but here we have it. Rain's looking for his 28th.
They need to go B. Long's been pushed. Kenny can next can do a lot of damage.
He certainly can, and he spots the head of Rain. Everyone's hitting bangers. Faze falling. G2 thanking their lucky stars. They had niko and Nexa on form for this round.
Nex is not ready for this.
Not, and he will be hunted down. He hits the scout shot. Kirby's going to be limping for the rest of this one. Just before he fell, 70 damage inflicted. Makes things a bit more awkward unless Brokey can be the hero. He has got the AK-47 and room to work.
It looks like they're trying to split up here, so Brokey needs to do a lot of damage on A. He needs to draw out a rotation, and niko's the man on the side right now. Flash over. He's falling back, so they will be going B. Jax is out of position at least, but look how low Kirby is.
Yeah, that scout shot could help a lot. Kirby's got a really tough duel here. One deagle bullet would do it. He actually takes the fight on Kenny S and wins it. Has to win this. He hasn't got the time. Needs it now. Doesn't get it. The round surely over. Jax just has to survive. Oh, that's a good win for G2. They'll take that. Thank you very much. niko, Nexa hitting some great shots that just slowed them down.
All right, well, G2, they feel like they have a second life in this one. It was running away from them quick, but now they can buy in.
Yeah, they needed it.
They need to make sure that they convert this because we can see the AKs are being dropped across. Kirby has purchased into one. Brokey saved. I'm sure Kirby will be dropping that to somebody else so that they can get head armor behind it. Yeah, there you go. So they're just working this one out in spawn, Faze Clan. And it is a decent looking buy with the two AK-47s, and especially in the hands of Rain. Look at that ADR. Absolutely running away with this one.
I mean, normally you see that kind of ADR number when we're 4 rounds in, not 17.
Okay, well, he's just leading the way here. So you're just going to search with these AK-47s. Brokey towards top mid, Rain already pushed up towards Catwalk, and it is Kenny mid-long with an M4. I'm going to say I favor Rain every day of the week for this kind of a fight.
Oh, man. It's good to see Rain with a performance to remind us of. I remember the conversations that used to just go, if Rain, you know, Rain used to be the Kenny S Titan kind of conversation where you go, well, if Rain shows up, the turret's on. Well, the turret could not very well be any more on. He's closing on 30 frags in 17 rounds, and now coldzera does need to tread lightly. They're going to double push this. If he gets one, it's something. Jump. Oh, what a shot! He gets them both. Mid-air onto Nexa. Faze refused to bend the knee.
How does he hit that shot? That is absolutely insane. Now G2 left in a 3-on-5. They've lost the bomb site. The bomb's gone down. The 40 seconds begins. How do you get back into this?
Oh, Cold has just won him around with no right to. Double pushed. The jump from Nexa was supposed to be the seal of the deal. You can't hit that shot while coldzera disagrees.
Oh, they need to take away these guns, Faze. They can really rub salt in the wound here. If Kirby can grab one of these, they can take out these M4s. They will be looking hot to trot, but Hunter's actually hanging around for damage of his own. And this is it. Kirby up and over the shake. It doesn't work for him this time round. Hunter does convert, trying to get out of dodge. They're even taking down more. Jax has found 2 huge kills, so both AKs are on the floor.
Oh, this works out. Cold actually losing his duel to Hunter as well. So Faze, they'll take the round. I love, keeps holding his AK-47. I love it when they get caught out. Just makes them look human for a second.
Well, buys are in questions for both teams here because now back down to 1,400 for G2. They don't have much loss bonus to be operating with. That is a huge shot. I don't know how he's even ready for that.
I think we need to start flirting with the rewind function for shots like that. I want to see him like die and then be reborn.
You want Max to be like a DJ?
Yeah, like exactly.
All right.
Max can have a DJ moment next time it's appropriate.
All right, well, this is going to be a partial investment here from G2. They have these M4s. Hunter's invested into a scout. It's Deagles for the other two.
Yeah, Hunter's played well to evade the flash. He continues to try and fight for the info, spotting out Rain. It's a big stack of CTs here on short. They want to fight for this. Kenny S is there to pick up the pieces of the close quarters. Deagles Deagles. That's info. Rain flashed off by his teammate. That does give time for Kenny to fall off.
Still pushing niko.
niko wants it. They'll molly him. Kirby's hunting. This is not a fight you'd advise. But niko does like to throw the rulebook out at times. Thinks better of it as they do advance.
If they're set up for a mid to B right here, it could be lights because there's a crossfire possible. 3 CTs could be in CT spawn. We've got one towards window, but this upper dark push from Hunter. This is a hard angle to clear.
Olaf, man, you're just not expecting it. Oh, Olaf gets information and a chance. Taking the headshot of Hunter. That was an important duel cleanly. Perhaps not so much. He's down to 9, but job done. Coming to the wrap. Jax, what can you do, sir? He's gambling that there'll be late arrival from tunnels. Yes, finding one. Advancing now. Bomb faked. He's getting pushed. He is going to go down. G2 needed a bit more out of Jax there because now already with the bomb down and only Deagles. This is looking perfect for Faze Clan to find a 13th.
So many maybe fights in this game. Like, it looks like it's about to kick off and then it just stops. It stalls out. The duels get janky and no one's committing to these massive kind of plays here in Faze. They're going to be putting the 13th round on the board. 13-6 now, G2's map choice. They have to hold on to this M4 for Kenny. That's a certainty. These Deagles, they just want to do some damage. niko and Nexa just looking for anything at this stage as it's going to be 4 rifles held on to. In spawn, just tucked on in. Nexa seeing if he can find anything, but Faze don't need to push that far. For them, holding on to their guns just as important at this stage of the game. They haven't been able to build too much of a bank with these 4 spy wars going back and forth. He's bought in with some Kevlar as well. So interesting that they've given this to Jax here. He's actually getting aggressive. There's no AWP, and he's slipped the net. So if they're not aware of this, Jax might be on for 1 or 2. And Olaf,
so ready for that.
Yeah, that is the gun gone. He pushed into lower to take a risk, and he's already dead.
niko clawing it back. Another Deagle from Rain could have saved them. Kirby seems to disagree, though. He's taking heads off. Those floppy CT beanies are enough of a distraction, and niko's doubled up on his Deag. Does need to get away. They're finding frags that could put G2 7th on the board, but brokey seems to turn it only momentarily until Hunter and Kenny do stabilize. We get a 7th. We go again. G2, a lifeline.
Oh dear, that was bloodlust from Faze right there, just wanting to fight and contest. They knew that they had lost all that territory. They didn't have numbers. The trade potential was not there, and G2 just forced the issue. This flank from Hunter was absolutely everything. You could see there, put the mid
Caught me off guard. I thought he was like totally distracted by those short players. I was staring at them. I wasn't even looking at the minimap. Hunter takes all of that and punishes with the flank, puts the weapon into the hands. The rest just is history. Flashes to contest long, but it's a fast B. You don't see this too often. Are they actually just going in? They're trying to punish Hunter. Jax as well. And it couldn't be easier. That's the rifle gone. There's more into the site. Cold's lost his. Faze starting to see the cracks now, beginning to show. More frags for Jax. Can't find it. Bit too aggressive. Rain, if he finds Hunter, they could turn it around. They need him. And brokey's found him. Continues to be the star. Look at Kirby's flank. If he drops CT, he could punish niko here. It's all about timing, though. brokey yet to plant. Oh, the flank. Now Kenny's vulnerable. This is huge. Kirby completely rips the rug from under them.
What is Nexa meant to do? Stuck 180 degrees, head on a swivel. Rain takes him down from the B site.
Great turnaround.
28, and this is 14. And once again, they just ruin the economy of G2. You can see here Jax operating with nothing, Nexa operating with nothing, Kenny operating with nothing. But they have to buy. They're running out of rounds. Oh, look at this. That nade was a teammates that was dropped on him. Is that what happened just there? So even more damage coming through.
Pressure.
Hunter's AWPing? What is happening right now?
Give it a moment, let it breathe. Oh no, we just saw Nexa. I don't want to see him again, actually. That's going to be a desk slam moment. This is such an important round. And the in-game leader has been taken down. Their map pick, no less. Advancing through the tunnels, taking the default. They're taking absolutely no risks. Look at brokey and coldzera's positioning, just to prove my point. I mean, they do not want to go down to this long bush. It will be a long finish. However, Rain's gone down on his mid-advance. Kenny takes bit of a chance on the mid-peak. They're actually going for the NOA boost to control short.
The problem is that they now know that there's an AWP in play. They have lots of smokes to deal with. There's 4 remaining. Kirby's going to drop one towards...
Can they see over this?
Now they should be completely locked off. That smoke is perfect for the job here. Oh, Jax might push through. It looks like they're getting ready for it.
Oh, good shooting. Punished. brokey quick to the trigger. Still a 3-on-3. Bombs in brokey's hands. Kenny's tucking into B. I like it, though. Deddy AWPer on B. Gets the info early. with his aggressive line. Cold still containing that long push. What a boring role coldzera has. Just has to stare at long.
They don't know it, but the gap is on A right now. niko's close doors with the M4. Kenny B with the AWP. niko's aggressive. niko, you are gone. You have just messed a massive gap.
No. He's going to be kicking himself. Hunter would need this. Oh, he's actually caught Cold slipping.
Well, they're going to run to Kenny.
They are. The AWP is ready. He's actually playing it passive. He knows time is on his side. He wants to catch them as they're unawares. Now would be a perfect time, Kenny. Bang. Doesn't see the second. Doesn't need to. Hides. Catches Brokey and Kenny wins them the round. Crucial after niko's overextension.
It's strung out. People are taking a lot of risks, and then people are not taking risks. It's quite a strange game that we have here within this second half. You see only 2 rounds posted on the board from FaZe there, and only 2 rounds away, consecutively even, 2 rounds away from closing this one. Oh, coldzera spurred forward, standing in the molly. Cold! It's hot, mate. He's going to burn to death.
That is a Brazilian barbecue. Oh, I'd kill for a good one.
I don't think they have one here. And actually, I don't think you can do takeout Brazilian barbecue.
Best 2 I've had, one was Austin, Texas, and the other was Sao Paulo.
Austin, Texas.
They have a great Brazilian barbecue.
This one here should just simmer out to its logical conclusion. FaZe have a couple of invested pistols here, going for the run boost. You saw the same thing. Get plucked out of the sky.
Oh, didn't even get to touch his feet to the floor. niko's tapped away at another few. There you go, clean. Precise, satisfying, even more so with the silenced M4.
So Kyobi doesn't have enough to actually fully invest right here, and Brokey the same. They can get AKs or Galils, but it means they'll be operating either with Kevlar or low utility. At this juncture of the game, I would like to see FaZe play this more conservatively, but remember, they're lacking a coach. So all the calls are coming with the players in the server. There's no Yanko. He's left the squad as well. So it's just coldzera and his brain trust of teammates to decide when they should and shouldn't buy, and they've opted in here with 2 Galils, 3 Galils and 2 AK-47s. And it looks just like a default spread. niko getting hyper-aggressive. Might have a chance for a duel here. Using that Xbox smoke to his favor. He's on an island, though. Nobody can help him. All right, well, he thinks better of that. The smoke's transpired. He's operated back towards A. There's a lot of pressure now being applied towards long. Standard stuff from FaZe 2, taking control of mid, taking control of short now as we get a deep Molotov from Rain in exchange, so they completely negate each other. They're unable to work out exactly what's on the other side. But if they gear up for a mid to B right now, it's the right call. There's no rotation player.
This is going to be very punishing. Jax drops his smoke. And niko. Oh, you take a chance. You take a push. You take 2, maybe 3. Brokey punish. Olaf caught. Jax, did you not see him? Oh, no. Oh, okay. Jax needs another. Very much so. It's only coldzera, and he's already found the first. Jax has fallen now. Space for coldzera to work his magic. A smoke for the cross. A bomb plant likely. Can they push on time? I don't think they can. So both grouped up. It's Kenny and Nexa. Cold to clutch up against his former teammate squad. Nexa and Kenny communicating English as they solve this mystery. The flashes aren't going to affect Cold. It's just his crosshair he's relying upon. Needs a clean one. Has found it. The challenge wasn't far off. Whistling past the cheek of Kenny. Yes, a scar, but a 10th round.
There was almost a chance there in the B. They will have to go for just a partial investment here. A couple of flashes, some deagles, a smoke. But they need to hope for a couple of blinding shots. Oh, missed molly. So little details here for G2. Just not landing, and searching again will be niko. He knows his teammates or ex-teammates' default positions, and coldzera playing the same spot traditionally outside of long. On that car, we've seen it punish once. We've seen him looking for it on the pistol round as well, but this time they're just going to smoke and drop on back room towards middle now. Olaf taking a lot of liberties here.
These have proven that they can win 2 rounds. These last 2, ever elusive. This one likely not the candidate, just deagles and a smoke flash. So 10-5 half. 2, locking it down now. Testing middle again. niko's got the angle, got it read perfectly. That's a nice little stat pad, trying to get the KD into the positives as they walk up middle into his massacre of the M4. Olaf has caught 1. It will only be 1 unless Hunter gets that 1D treatment. Come on. Oh, he actually hit niko. Take that. That's 2 forced rebuys. It's something, keeping him honest.
Yeah, I might be expecting some scrimming out long here when the spawns do favor FaZe. At the moment, they don't. It's just coldzera with a long spawn. Everybody else more over towards the B-bomb site, and Brokey onto the AWP. So with 14-11 as the scoreline, still a couple rounds buffer. We might see FaZe just opt into one of these default scenarios, see if Brokey can work with the AWP, find them an opening pick. Be one towards tunnels. Oh, barreling down, so it's a bit of a change of pace here. They're going to be quick about this, taking all the room early here, FaZe. It's going to be Rain and Kirby. Flashes out the mid door straight up towards Cat. This is going to force out utility from the A defenders. Lots of pressure as this flash will be thrown. It's going to be the sound cue that they need to hear. And there it is. So with that, they need to jostle for position now. You're going to see utility thrown out from both sides, and that's a great nade from Kenny straight onto the head of Rain, down to 50 in the early stages.
Yeah, that's a tough burden to bear. Especially when there's so many more HGs to come. Molotovs, you won't be able to disrespect them in the same way.
We don't expect FaZe's executes to be as well refined as G2's.
No, but this is why I feel like a little bit of brute force, a little bit of coldzera feeling it, getting a little tingle. It's kind of how I expect these 2 rounds to manifest.
Oh, another great nade. coldzera tickled on down now, just below 80.
One-shot headshot range for that M4.
Running out of utility towards A as well. niko has a bunch to support from CT. Kenny's operating with flashes only to facilitate some re-peaks, but if they push him off the line, if there's some
Olof hasn't used a single nade B. Like, he has maintained that through just presence alone. He'll have his util for the closing, here we are, 30 seconds or so. Jax is jiggling to drop his util. They start trading smokes. It keeps Hunter's feet planted, so this is the push. Starting to commit. Kenny to receive them. Flashed off, tight line, needs one. It's a hard shot, missed it. Now advancing even further. Rain ducks under the crosshairs. Kirby takes the fight, brings the fight. Cole doesn't go down to niko on the advance. He's on the ramp. He's got a chance. Kirby swinging in, ding, down. Goal, it's a double from niko. And he ain't done yet. 3 on 4. G2 have an advantage now, but the bomb ticking away. Perhaps that advantage is outweighed by that bomb. Especially now niko starting to close the gap even more so. It's all onto Olof, really. They know he's Gandalf. Has to take initiative. Rain peeking. Sprays there, but the dunk from Nexa confirms it. It will be G2 finding another CT round, and that's 5 in a row now, Chad.
Yeah, and there was just no utility for FaZe to stay active after the bomb went down. You could see Rain realized he had to fight. Olof trying to get in the mix as well, but as soon as niko gets that double early on the ramp, they've lost so much space. They're really under pressure here. This is the dink, and then into the double. Kirby trying to trade, but the damage is already done. coldzera was peppered up a little bit earlier by niko, and there it is. That frag sealed the deal. And they're battling back into this here, FaZe. So being shell-shocked in that first half, being on the back foot for the majority of this game. They're only 2 rounds the difference now. AK is facilitated by that plant again for FaZe, operating with the max loss bonus. And these rounds are just stalling out in the early stages. There's no risk. There's no biff and brawl being used.
Longer it goes, though, the more I start to fancy G2's chances. It was the speed by which FaZe accrued rounds that I think was really just part of the punishment that G2 had to suffer through. But now, as the initiative has to be taken by the T side, FaZe fall a little mute.
Well, look at this. niko's even searching towards A on his own. They just leave this man to be a one-man fragging unit. So he's just aggressive towards short with some utility. Now he's just holding the site. There's so much pressure towards long. You've got Kenny AWPing all the way through the door. So if it is a hit, they can keep their focus on short. Set up again, 3 towards Cat. coldzera dealing with that long push, and Olof babysitting dark. But nothing's changed. This is very, very standard DUST2.
Yeah, but it's going to come down to the execution. These guys have been playing this map for a decade.
Oof. Now, gentle harassment.
It will be time and their own mechanical ability that separates one from the other. Double smoke. niko's going to swing into them. He's going to get info here, if not frags. You'll hear the steps as they advance. 3 are sticking around. About 5 seconds, maybe 7 seconds on that smoke. niko completely unknown. Oh, Lord, he could do so much damage here. Brokey has tagged him, but he still hits the shot. Dropping and finding another. niko punishes. 4 frags fill the feed. It's all CTs. Kenny caught out. Cold gets him. Nexa should be able to tuck in time. And now with only 15 seconds left, Cold would have to pick up the bomb. He's not going to do it. G2 will find the 13th, and that's a triple kill from Nexa. Double from niko. The double ends, the duo we didn't know we needed.
We need a risk right now from FaZe. They're not operating with any intention to find picks early. It's hoping to execute into the wall of G2. And I feel like they're going to be better drilled on these CT sides. And niko's always in the right place. He finished the first half with only 5 frags.
I do swear, though, Brokey is the only player I see on Faze regularly being that guy that catches. You know, when they were going into B, he's the guy that checks bricks.
Sure.
Brokey's the one that sprays the smoke as they're committing. He's always there. He knows how modern Counter-Strike has these ratty tendencies, nutmegs, etc. Brokey's always there to try and fact-check it.
I want to see Faze right now, see if they can change the pace on this one. We know that they have to go for a partial investment. They have the max loss bonus, which means most operating with just over that 3,500 mark. Into the next round, they get that same cash investment again. So they can invest down to that 1.5K to make sure they get the full buy going forward. And this is the first time out of Faze. I know that they're only working with the 5 players in the server, but you feel that this may have been able to come earlier just to have a couple of chats about what's going right, what's going wrong. And it looks like they're going for an all-in towards B. That body language right there on the tees, quite a clear indication of where they want to finish this one. There's good utility, smokes and flashes to work with, but they need to get in and they need to get sufficient trades. All in, they're going.
Hunter, that HE is not going to save you, Hunter. Jax might either. They're pushing him. Flashes are great. Cold's flash has been converted by Brokey. Hunter's got so much to deal with. He's been overwhelmed. Faze, they only need 2 rounds, and this is a big leap towards finding themselves the 15th. They want to retake. They're throwing everything but the kitchen sink at them, and Olof's caught that nade on his nose, working with 22 points of health. Brokey doesn't give him the fight initially. niko just dancing with the window, the barrel. Olof.
Good molly.
It's a great molly. Smoke and go. What's the plan? They're talking about it. They have kits. Bomb still ticking, plenty of time. Tunnels is smoked. niko finding the first as Rain advances. Brokey on the box. They surely work this one out. Olof's close. Into the site, spotting another nice adjustment. Brokey on the box, 1 tons. It's smoked. It's cold and it's lovely from G2. Denying Faze's best chance at a 15th in some time.
That was most likely Faze's only chance to get to 15 now. G2 are just looking way too strong. niko's really come alive in this second half. He has 21 kills in this second half alone. So much impact being felt right now from the star, leading FURIA's team by a considerable margin at this juncture and ready for the pick of Rain. Just having to swing out, hearing those flashes coming, trying to catch them as they're holding the W key, and then easy as you like. Just in no man's land, niko mopping up a few more. Olof, Brokey, they fall. And we're all tied up, 14-14. It's going to need a miracle play from one of these Faze individuals to get them back in this.
This is so strong, Chad. They just need a little injection of life, a little injection of adrenaline. One of the hero plays to remind themselves that exactly what this roster was described as, sold as, and capable of. They got so much util here. They don't want to be seeing it squandered to an early frag. I like that Hunter's rocking the AUG. Very powerful for that B and mid hold.
Problem is the same thing's going to happen. Once they take cat control, there it is, the first nade. We've got mollies to come. There's just going to be more utility.
Yeah, get it out early, right? Let's dump it in the first 30. Let's put enough pressure on that we aren't running through a Molotov, and there isn't a chance for a CT to be walking up on our Vanguard smokes. I mean, long, that would be a different flavor.
Difficult clear on this. If they don't molly or spam, Nexa might be in for a couple. And look at Kenny. He's starting to cheat back over towards mid-long. He could be in the right place at the right time to shut this one down.
But he's waiting for the call. Nexa's ears perk up. It's a perfect flash. They don't check it. What? Cold, you looked! You lazy clear! It's going to be a 1-for-1. It's not over yet. Kenny, niko, both tested 1-for-1 on the swing short. Kenny has to deal with 2 threats now. Rain speeds over the smoke. He still gets 1 though. Rain challenging, can't adjust. It is the 2v2. This is chaos. Rain can get the bomb down, I think. Jack's coming in from short.
Pushing it.
Oh yeah, he didn't get the info though. Nade will be good. We'll soften him up at least, but Jax has paid such a heavy price for the chance through the molly. Hunter will have to do a lot here. Nade does nothing. Does get Rain's gaze. Cold's tucked in on pit. Maybe Hunter can be the element of surprise here, but oh wow, Cold's even got the AWP. Looks good for Faze. Smoking a flash, here we go. This is the finish. Smokes for help, Hunter finds the frag he needed to.
Can't see the bomb.
They can defuse, surely. That smoke has saved them. Oh no, a miss. Jack's holding. Cold misses again. Hunter has to pressure. He gets the shot. Cold has a chance. It's not fast enough. Oh, Faze, that's 2 maybes. So close. Cold couldn't find the lineup. Jax has thrown the round-winning, maybe even map-winning smoke.
Dear, oh dear. And I think he flubbed it as well. I think it was even meant to be deeper, but this is how it kicked off. And you're right, it was a lazy clear. Cold not double-checking his corners there and then not being able to land the shot. If he hits that one, it's all over. You can see how close that bomb is. Hunter would have had to choose, do I defuse, do I go for the frag? But either way, that's 15 for G2 now. 1 more from taking map number 1.
It's going to be a heartbreaker, Chad, if Faze lose this. They started off so strong. It's the T side where they've met their woes. 10-5 half. G2 have responded with a potential 11. to the 10 posted on the CT side of Faze. Knocked out. OT looms as well. I'm not going to rule it out, but it has been a real run. Faze have managed to get the bomb down 4 times in the last, what, 7, 8 rounds in a row?
It's the same approach again, though. Look at it. It's just slow. It's defaulty. They need to hope that they trade efficiently hitting to site. When they've been in these 2v2s, when even the number advantage situations, it was just pistols on that B bomb site, but G2, they don't seem to waver.
Those retakes. God, it's been a close game.
They're doing the same strat, so I think they're going to throw out the same smokes towards Cat. It's more of a retake setup on A right now. Kenny playing over towards Long. If he shuts down these 3, Brokey, Ongloff, and coldzera, if they get locked out by Nexer and Kenny, then it's just going to be all the pressure on Rain and Kirby. There's the smokes. niko clears middle. The intention, the sound is heard.
Kenny's caught one. And there's more where that came from. They do have a chance to take the site, though. Cole doesn't need to die. Tucked in on blue bin. I don't know if he's ready for Nexer. He will look to posture to check it. Bomb down on A. This is going to be an interesting one. There's 3 crawling up CT. Range.
Huge kill.
That's a frag and a half.
niko's dead.
niko gone. And another. Looks like overtime could still be on the card to change my mind as Hunter and Jax shots from Rain. He's found his 30. Doesn't need more yet. Now re-peeking, trying to contain them as they advance up the ramp. It's a good hold from Kirby. Chipping away. Jax has fallen. That is overtime for the uninitiated. And we are ready to see how the Counter-Strike shapes up in MR3 16K. They'll have all the weapons, all the bells, whistles, and various paper clips they desire. And they're going with pace here, Chad. So something that was kind of getting your gruff was the fact that we're seeing a very similar T setup default from Faze, and it wasn't working. Kenny slaps Rain on the first glance at short, and it's Zendary to stop the punish, and that is the first blood G2 have been going without previously.
All right, well, they were operating with a big number advantage early here. 1:20 still remaining on the clock. Olaf, same duty, same job, defaulting.
He has the bomb this time, Chad. That's a difference. Typically, it's been parked, either dropped behind T-Apps or even over towards short on Brokey. So there's a different look here.
Well, G2 can just turtle up now. If they want to play this retake setup that they currently have on the A bomb site, that's Nexer tucked in towards long. Kenny helping out. He can play between mid, long, and short. They have niko locking down the mid doors, and that allows Jax and Hunter to both focus on upper tunnels. Bit of a wombo combo set up here with the smoke nade. Mid doors constantly being smoked. That's going to deny Faze playing out of those doors and looking for rotations. So they have to commit utility behind that. They're taking some space. They're pushing forward here. Back towards B they go. So mid to B smoke lands, but it's been flubbed by their own molly.
Yeah, the molly's actually screwed him there. And niko can play around this. He could punish them. The second smoke will arrive, but... Okay, Jax. He's dropped his smoke at the perfect time. They have to go against it. Jax will turn it, but his bullets are going to be important here. As are Hunters, he's caught Olaf on the spray. Bomb now loose on B. Oh, G2. A flying start, a flawless start. Brokey trying to go for the hero, no scope. The bayonet on his AWP doesn't quite find its mark, and G2 will take a perfect CT round.
There's one detail here that's kind of changed in this matchup from a lot of the games I've been watching in recent times, is teams would normally drop that smoke off of the CT box, right? So it's in the middle of mid. But what they're actually doing, G2, is making sure that as they cross to go to B, they're smoking the actual doors. What that denies is Faze running all the way down middle, using their smoke against them and pushing out onto their side of the mid doors. They've dropped the standard one this time round. That might be trying to bait them in, but previously it's been that mid-door smoke.
Lots of long attention, and Cold's actually gotten out. This is a bit of a change-up. Previously, he's had to battle through 2 players set up on long, but they've denied this early. Kenny previously finding the first frag. Will he find another on this boost? Kirby's maybe not ready. He gets hit by the wall. The little lip of short saves Kirby's hide. Brokey trading as niko did catch Rain's aggression. Find a 4v4 very early. They got short, they got long. Maybe this could be a quick finish. Brokey's got his AWP if he needs it.
May have been dissuaded from B with how that last round finished. There was 2 on the bomb site the entire time, and now in the 4-on-4, B's actually the right answer. You've just got 1 player, that's Jax, but the information, that isn't known just yet. Hunter, where is he? Has he been spotted? Has he been heard? Well, we can see that he's tucked in towards A. They need some information.
Dry? Dry. Will they expect blue bin?
Has to clear it, surely.
Oh, he hasn't, and coldzera's patience has been rewarded. Kenny's attention drawn to long as they flood up short. Hunter spots them, they didn't, their backs was turned. He's got a flashbang. Kenny will fire off a shot, missing it though. Hunter has to challenge. Kirby doesn't check, completely caught Now a flash, Hunter can reaggress. Brokey needs this. Oh, he's missed his shot. Hunter saves the day. It looks like G2 can do it again. A frag from coldzera, trying to swing the odds, and another frag from Hunter, keeping things in favor of the G2 Samurai. Cold doesn't have the time for this, and he's been found by Hunter. 4 frags, a quad kill to get overtime started. And
that comes out, Rain spamming the mid doors. Went for a long pick, mollied out of position. It is still just Jack solo on that B site. It's just that one round where they ran into 2 of them that seems to...
That was scary, yeah.
Yeah, change their game plan a little.
I mean, don't forget, we had 2 double-digit CT halves out of both of these guys, so it's going to be a question of who can post a T round. FaZe have got one more chance.
And they haven't really taken too many risks here, and this was their last chance to do so. But Molotoving behind Kirby. Oh, and he's ready.
Did start his walk, but Kirby caught. Now aggressing B tons. This looks great from G2. This battering ram start from Faze Clan now falling a little silent.
Yeah, FaZe are locked in here. They don't know it, but they're about to be in a lot of trouble. Rain is looking. He'd have to hit an absolute banger of a
He's
shot.
about to even lock the long lurk. He's going T-spawn. Hunter's actually hit that shot onto Olof. It gets even more uncomfortable now. Oh dear, FaZe feeling a little flustered. Don't blame them. And Cold caught from T-spawn. G2 are everywhere. Kenny deals with short again. Rain with the YOLO play. Kenny collects. That is a flawless CT start on the overtime. G2 given match point, and they've got 3 of them. It will just be for the map in this series, but it was G2's pick. So starting to get back on their feet, knocked on their ass at the start.
So easy for Kenny there. You like the idea, but he was still ready for it. Wasn't caught out, wasn't fooled. And then closes things down. So good stuff there from Kenny in the final stages of this one. But all in all, G2, they have 3 rounds to do this. 3 chances at winning map number 1.
Surely you take a bit of a gamble in the first round or 2, right? You do something a little bit off the beaten path.
Yeah, you'd like to see something a little bit more aggressive here, but they're more than happy just to go through the paces. It looks like the default once again.
Don't speak too soon. Hunter was flirting with that idea. They smoke out the doors, though.
Cat control again. When they had success here, FaZe, they were actually the ones to get the opening pick. This time round, they're not dealing with that, so a lot of space is going to be taken here. Lots of utility still for G2.
It's a big mid-stack. They got Kirby and Rain rotated in through CT and B, respectively.
Haven't shown the other looks just yet, G2. It's been this standard execute and then onto the site. They can still do where they drop players into spawn, where they go back to the mid to B. There's other options here, and with a minute left on the clock, they don't have to decide just yet. Lots of footsteps being made. Those sound cues will be heard. To B smokes come out. Still no movement from FaZe. Just happy to drop their utility in response. To fake towards B from Jax now. Molly towards back a plat. And it's going to be the short execute. Here it comes.
Ooh, he pulls the trigger, but it's actually just to the knee. Kenny lives to tell the tale, and he actually hits the repeak. So Brokey's gone. G2, 4 frags is all they need to take DUST2. Kirby flubs the movement, trying to punish Kenny. Yes, he needed that, as does Rain. FaZe, a battle for survival on the retake of A. Nexa, niko on the site. Jack's very late to the party. He could find Olof, but Rain's the one coming up. That's the Olofmeister duel. Jax cannot win. Maybe FaZe can go again. It looks like they might. niko seems to have other plans. Kirby's knocked his head off. Nexa looking to deny it all. 3 of them closing the gap. Time's on his side. His precision's not there, and they've got time. They've got the kits. FaZe successfully get to go again.
Yeah, just holding on there. It was well handled. They were aware of that lurk. They mopped that up, and then the retake, easy as you like. But all in all, if the bomb keeps going down, if they keep finding themselves in those situations, it's only a matter of time until G2 notch that 19th on the board. And that's a great shot from Kirby.
Yeah, man.
You say not known to be an AWPer. I think that one fits for Kirby quite fittingly right there.
Oh yeah, you got a couple of players on the server tonight. I think Rain was one of the most comical stats he brought up when we were doing the road to Rio.
I think he has like less than 10 in the entire year.
In his year, yeah. It's not an AWPer. Not many AWPers.
It's a B-rush. They've changed the pace.
With that, Kirby's going to have to deal with a lot here. Unloading. The spray control could be enough. They're so low. Kenny, Hunter, Cold's caught another. Could be FaZe Clan on for a 17th as he's missed his shot, but Rain does not. Kenny and Jax are actually rotating out of that successfully. finding 3 frags on the advance from G2. They tried something a bit different. The pace change, Chad, we suggested it was a possibility, but it's just been met by nades, by bullets. Kyobi did a lot of damage there.
Kenny's going to have to find a couple here.
He is, yeah, just play around the AWPer, then walk up mid. Brokey's holding that CT angle, though, so Windows is best bet. Colt's already dealt with it, and there's the nice adjustment. Pays a heavy price. Jax is working with as much health as he has kills. Brokey and Olof rotating in to deal with A, and 50 seconds for a very low HP Frenchman. Looks like we're going to be seeing the final round of overtime after all.
Yeah, we didn't love Jax on some of those nuke clutches just the other day. Seemed to outplay himself in certain situations. So if he wins this one, it's all just going to be through aim alone. There it is, Brokey finishing it off there. 3 surviving for Faze Clan, but they have to do it one more time. And that SMG investment, you could see, it doesn't matter. We're in overtime. They can spend all the dollary dues that they like. But just seeing if they can find some space with that accuracy on the SMG, not to be the case. The investment's coming through for the final round of play.
All right, then. So niko has found his 30. It started much slower, but it's come to life. Everyone that needs to be on is on. And we knew this game would be close, but we're in our final round of overtime in the first map. That's close as hell. It's another B lean. Not deterred this time, Chad, it seems. Early util, they'll just wait that out. Smokes BR fast. niko fancies his chances as he starts to continue to throw out that mid util.
All on Kyobi.
Kyobi, the solo B player. Cold will have to come on in as well. They've got some control. Jax on the bricks. Surely that's a punish. 1 for 1. Nexa finds the duel necessary. Oh, and another from Kenny. This looks like it could be it. They need frags. Olof and Brokey trying to save the day. Another frag comes in. niko's gone. They've got such low health, and the numbers favor G2. This final round of overtime leaning towards the Samurai in what has been quite the brawl. Another smoke arriving doors, the sound, music to the ears of G2. Molly and a smoke for Brokey. Kenny's in the tunnels to deny. They're running out of time. The smoke's not bad. Olof with 1. Need Brokey to be the hero, but he can't hit the shots. Quad kill. And G2, they take it. They take their map pick by the skin of their teeth. They have been tested. Faze have come to play today.